shopping addiction. And so I'm going to try and quell that by fixing some of the items that I have that don't fit me or I don't wear for some reason. Let me show you where that is. See this? I mean, granted, like, from like, that's like fabric, but like down here, not that you can see because there's more stuff in the way, but this, they're all clothes that I have either been given, have thrifted, have bought, that they're either slightly broken, like there's a missing button, or the zipper's broken, or they don't fit me correctly, or I want to alter them into something else, and I just don't do that. Instead of that, I buy more clothes. And right now, I need to save money because life things, you know, and I'm not rich, so I can't just be spending money on clothes all the time because I have goals and stuff. So, and I have enough clothes, but you know, if you know, you know, but the thrill of a new piece of clothing and being able to style it with your entire wardrobe is something else. And I just want to feel that. I have such an urge to just go, I'm gonna buy something, but I need to calm down. Alright, so today we are taking a few items and we are fixing them so that I can wear them and add them back into my wardrobe. Not that I have any room to put them in there, but that's not really the point. So I think that we're going to start with something easy, and that is going to be a skirt. Alright, so piece number one is a skirt. Now, it is not the early 2000s, so it should not be sitting like this on me. Let me show you where it sits on me naturally. This is too much. Unless the skirt went to like here, then it would be fine, but it goes down to almost my knees, and I think that that might be a little wonky. Like, can you imagine I went out like this? I mean, even if I pull my shirt down, it's just proportionally very strange, and so I would like to change that. So let's change that. So my preference with skirts is that they sit on my waistline and then go up to about the edge of where my butt is, because I think that's the cutest. Roughly there. Okay, so this skirt was given to me by my brother's fiance. She gave me and my sister a bunch of her old clothes because she doesn't fit them, I guess, and she wanted them to go to somewhere that I guess wasn't too distant and knew that they would get use. So this skirt, it has like little buckle things which do undo and are part of the fasteniness, and then it's got some Velcro and some Velcro. So I'm thinking to just move the fastenings along so that like if I just take off this part here, right? Let me just undo this for a second. So if I just take off these little buckle things, because they're only on there by like a single stitch across there, if I just move them along, then I can get the skirt to kind of fold around a bit more, like that. So if I put them roughly here-ish, then they'll be able to do up, and then I can just move the Velcro along to where it needs to be. And then the skirt's changed and I don't have to do anything dramatic, and then it can always be altered later. And I have like a whole extra panel of skirt under here, which is fun. So, I have marked with pins where I want them to be. And you know, realistically, I could just remove this entire panel, but I don't want to do that because I don't know. It seems like the wrong thing to do. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take these off. I'm going to unpick them and then add them onto here. So let's do that. There we go. Here's. Go. Now we'll put it on and see if it works well. I just tried it around my waist and they're going to line up nicely, so let's sew them on. Some red thread. And I'm just going to follow the line that the previous thread was sewn on with. What? Was that English? All done. Snip off the little dangly bits. And then we'll add the second one underneath it, and then we have to move on to the Velcro actually. Then I have to sew the Velcro in a different place. But magically, the buckles are done. Now I just have to find where the Velcro goes and move that over too. Right, so I thought we'd skip over the Velcro because it was very boring. It was a lot easier to sew than buckles though, which was very nice for me. But as you can see, maybe if I just change the camera angle, don't mind this. Please ignore that. Ta-da! Now it sits here and not down here. Let me show you. Because everything lines up now. Oh, that's not my waist. Velcro. So we moved this Velcro. No, this one. We moved this one from like here to over here. So now it lines up, as you can hear. And then there is Velcro here. And I moved this one, which was, I think it was over here somewhere. Here, no here. I don't know. It was over here somewhere. I moved it to here. And so now this one and this one meets up. And then we can buckle it. And it can be tighter if I want it to. But for right now, it can go in there. So yeah, I finished this one and then I'll pick the next one. But I'll show you what this looks like properly. Just give me 2 seconds to do this up and I'll show you. Okay. I forgot to mention there's like a whole other thing here that is also part of the clothes that need to be fixed. I think we'll go with another skirt. So this skirt has the same problem as the other skirt. It sits way too low. I would rather it be up here, you know, instead of this. And look, this is cute, but again, it'd have to be like that short for it to make sense. Because just proportionally, like what is happening? It's not the worst, actually. It's not the worst, but I want to hike it up. So what I'm thinking of doing, hair in my lip gloss, is, well, hiking it up to where I want it, which is up here. And I think, let me see how this is constructed. There's just a side seam, so I might, this one has a zipper. Maybe I can just take it in on one side and it won't be an issue. And I can just twist it a little bit and it'll be centered. So if I just take in the side, it should be fine. Because then it should sit okay, I think. Hang on a sec. So I put it on inside out so that I can take it in correctly, because you want obviously the take it in part on the inside. So I think here is correct. Let me get some pins. So if we take these and pin them, like, I don't want it to be like hella tight, just there's, see, this much, I don't know, hang on. Okay, so there's this much give, right? That's how much I want to take off, so I'm just going to pin it roughly where I want it. There we go. So it sits in the correct spot, and then I'm going to go and take this part in as well and try and line up where the seams are and fold them correctly. Take another pin. I'm going to do this one upside down. I'm going to stick it right above where the seam is and back in, but upwards, right? And then I'm going to stick another one in the center just for the sake of being accurate. There we go. It's got this nice little thing and it's sitting a lot more nicely. And then down here, it kind of just forms the correct amount. So just gently, I'm going to go down that seam and try and get this part here to be like as even all the way down as I can. Does that make sense? If I shift it around to the front and try and show you, I've pinned it all the way down here and I've tried to keep this part from here down to the end as like the same width here as I can from the seam to this part, so that I can sew down that part of the seam and it should evenly distribute where the skirt is, so you don't have like too much or too little on this one side. So I'm going to run that through the sewing machine and I'll show you how it turns out. Alright, here you can see the seam. It's not the straightest thing ever, but it'll do. I'm sure anyone who can actually sew hates me right now because this is not straight. It's very wonky, and I have left just it in there because I don't really want to cut it out. It's fine. It's fine. Like, if you didn't know, you wouldn't be able to know. So you couldn't tell. It's pretty good. It sits how I want it to sit. It's up. It's not getting any further down. And it looks pretty fine to me. And I'm in love with it. Like, what the hell? It's really cute. I reckon we could do one more. A third skirt, what do you say? All of these actually have been from my brother's fiance. They all just are slightly too big. Same with this one. It just... it needs to sit there. So I think instead of taking it in on one side, because there's no zip down the center, it's buttons in the middle, I will just do a couple darts. Not too far down, just like that much. Maybe up to like there. Just so it holds on to my hips a little bit better. And then I kind of want to add some decoration to it. So we'll see how that goes. I've just realized something. So if I take in the sides, I'm not going to be able to get it over my hips. And I would like to be able to take the skirt off. So I'm going to try something. I have this belt. It is a Barbie belt. Not that you can see that, but I'm just going to see if this will work. If I can hike it to the place that I want it. Work with me, please, belt. And if it doesn't look weird, I don't think this is the way. Give me a sec. Okay, so I used a different belt, but it's still like a lot. It's still a lot. So I feel like it's gonna have to be not this shirt, but one of the skirts that I wear like underneath something bigger. Because I don't know, is it just me or like does it look weird? I know it kind of needs to be ironed as well, but like there's just so much. There's just so much. Like it's cute, but I don't know. It needs something, and I don't know what that something is. Maybe I need to make like patches or so, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this one. I don't know if I'd call this one a success or not, but I also think I'm gonna leave that there. This here. What? But I also think I'm going to leave this video here because I don't know what to do with it, and I feel like the last one didn't really work out. Not to end on a low note, but I am very happy with the other two. Which one do you like the most? I have so much more to do, so this will be a series. I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a good day.